Hi, welcome back to Crafting with the Crafty Chick, and we are now on project number 3 with Ornate Garden. This is a card that I wanted to show us letting the DSP shine. What is DSP, you ask? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. DSP is this designer series paper, or pattern paper as some people call it. As you can see, we have some flowers here. Those are stamps from the stamp set that goes with this set, not necessarily the one that we're using, and I'll explain that here in a minute. But we're allowing the DSP to shine because too often we look at a stamp and we think we have to use multiple pieces from that stamp set to make a card. And I wanted to show a lot of us have DSP. I know I have way more than I need. Shh, don't tell anybody. Anyway, so I wanted to just give you guys an idea on if you have a lot of DSP or you have a lot of cards you need to make in a very short amount of time, DSP is your friend. You could crank out so many cards pretty quickly because you're allowing the DSP to be the star of the show. So this is using Ornate Thanks and Ornate Style. And so I'm going to bring in both of those stamp sets, and then we'll come back to this and I'll explain to you step by step how we did this. But really quick, the sentiment says, "I'm so grateful for all you do." And that is part of the Ornate Thanks stamp set. We'll bring our card back in a moment, but I wanted to bring the stamp sets in to show you. I know you're getting some glare from my light, so I'm going to try to hold these here. So you guys know I bundle my bundles together. I keep them together. Because when I pull out a set, I want to not have to go on the hunt. Does this one have dies or does this one have dies? Okay, so the sentiment part of our card, which is "I'm so grateful for all you do," is from the Ornate Thanks. And so as you can see here, here's the "I'm," and then "so grateful." Where's the "for all you do"? Right here, "for all you do." And so because this is a photopolymer stamp set, it really is nice to allow you to line up your work because you can see exactly where you're placing those. And then these little flowers that we have here on our card are from, this is another set that they're not as together as, you know, like a bundle, but it is part of a suite, I guess you could say, the Ornate Style. And so that little flower that you're seeing is this little flower image here. I will tell you, this set is retiring. This one is carrying over. However, here's the tricky thing. The dies that coordinate with Ornate Thanks is retiring, but the dies that coordinate with Ornate Style is carrying over. I'm going to show you really quick. So these are the dies that came with Ornate Thanks. So these ones are retiring from our current annual catalog and will not be carrying over to the new catalog. And so these ones will be leaving us. Had a lot of fun with these. If you guys remember last year, I made like 6 or 8 projects with this set, and in one of the videos I shared with you some of the projects I made. So again, the dies are leaving us. The stamp set is staying with us for this set. And then Ornate Style, the stamp set is leaving, but the dies are carrying over into the new catalog. So I will show you what those look like really quick. Wait a minute, let me just verify that really quick here. I can't, per Stampin' policy, I can't show you the inside of this catalog, but I just want to make sure that I'm correct on that. Okay, we want to look at the dies here real quick. Hang tight, sorry. I think I'm pretty sure that's what I saw. And these are called Ornate Layers. So yes, okay. So Ornate Layers is carrying over to the new catalog. So, okay, I just wanted to verify that really quick. So these you will still get to play with, but the other ones you will not. So, but we didn't use any of these on our project today. We only used the stamp set. So Ornate Layers goes with Ornate Style, and then Ornate Borders goes with Ornate Thanks. Okay, anyway, so on our card, we're using this little flower here, and then some of the words from Ornate Thanks. And so this is what I do, is I keep the dies that coordinate with the stamp sets, I keep bundled together on my bookshelf. And so when I want to play with the bundle, it's all there ready to go. You just pull it off and start playing. Alright, so we're going to put these off to the side. This card is another super quick card. I'm going to bring this back in really quickly. And the inside also is decorated, but I think for kits I only did one flower in the corner, not two. This was just for my sample. But I love this color combination too, and so I will go over with you really quick. But before I do that, I want to tell you a little bit about this DSP. So this DSP is called Ornate Garden Specialty DSP, and it is currently on the retiring list until supplies last. So I'm just bringing in our current annual catalog here. So DSP is on page 149, and it's this first one up here on the top, and you get 12 sheets. Now this is $15, but it's on the retiring list for $6 a pack for this paper. And so this floral paper we're using is this paper right here. And you get all of these designs, so they're double-sided. And so this is one sheet, one side is that design, and then on the other side is this yellow floral, and so on down. So if you really like this paper, or you think, oh, I want to get some of that, retiring list while supplies last is $6 for a pack of 12. Regular price is $15. So that's the DSP that we are using on our card. Okay, now we're ready to get started. So I'm bringing in my card pieces, and just to save time, I have fussy cut 3 out of 4 of my flowers, just so I can talk with you guys a little bit while I'm cutting my 4th flower out. So you guys can go ahead and fussy cut along with me, unless you did that pre-prep ahead of time. These little flowers, just because they're so simple in their design, they're really not that difficult to fussy cut out. The rounded corners are pretty, rounded leaves and the petals even are pretty easy to just maneuver around. And as you can see, I'm not so much turning my scissors, I'm turning the paper and just kind of guiding and cutting out as I go. Not a super big fan of fussy cutting. I don't like doing it a lot because it does mess with my fingers. But okay, so now we have the 4th flower fussy cut out, but I wanted to show you guys something really funny. So this was left over from the flower, and it kind of made me think of the Peep Bunnies, you know, me with my peeps, right? That kind of looks like a Peep Bunny. Come on, right? Okay, so you get all of our pieces here, and you want to make sure that you have your inside liner separate from your front liner, because your inside liner has the flower. And I did color these using the Stampin' blend, and I will go over the colors that I used with you. Okay, so I'm just setting all these up to the side, and you're going to need mono glue and your mini dimensionals for this one. Alright, so let's start with our base. Our base is Flirty Flamingo, and it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then our first layer is Whisper White. Make sure you have your front piece and not your inside liner. And this is 4 inches by 5 1/4, and that's going to be our next piece. And we're going to go ahead and secure that to that. And then the next layer is our DSP, which is 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. Okay, So what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and glue our DSP piece down to our Whisper White piece. And this has gold foil on the back. Your monoglue should hold it down against the Whisper White without a problem. Such pretty paper, this paper pack. I should have pulled out those cards that I made using these sets with this paper last year. Okay, so now this is going to go on to our Whisper White piece. Can you guess what I'm going to say next? Leave a white border. Okay. And then we're going to secure this piece to our Flirty Flamingo base. Oh my goodness. I have bees on the brain, and I will tell you guys why in a minute. But make sure that your fold is up across the top of your card, so when you go to open it. So now, okay, going back to the bees. So, good news, we've added some bees to the homestead. So now we've started an apiary, and I'm just going crazy for these bees. I keep checking on them, like I'm so worried about them. It's a mom thing, right? Please tell me it's a mom thing. Anyway, so we've only had them for, let's see, 3 days now, and with the weather, it's been so rainy, we haven't seen them because, you know, bees and rain, not a good combo. But anyway, I'm super excited to watch them, and they're really a lot of fun to watch. Some people like to people watch, and well, watching bees is kind of fun too. Who knew? Never done that before. Usually I'm trying to go the opposite direction. I don't want to be around them. But they're a lot of fun so far, and we're hoping that it turns out well. So, probably why I say bees instead of base. Focus, Jen. We're working on cards. Base, not bees. Okay, so now we have all of our pieces attached, and so the next part we're going to do is attach our white sentiment to, I think this is Pear Pizzazz or Old Olive? Old Olive. So we're going to attach this. I told you I get Old Olive and Pear Pizzazz mixed up sometimes. And I really, honestly don't know why, because Pear Pizzazz is like a lot lighter green than Old Olive. What you gonna do? So, okay. So now on this, we want to leave an Old Olive border all the way around. So you actually want to have this kind of in the center. So I'm just putting this up against my grid here, because that helps me to set things in place right where I want them. Okay, this is moving on me. This is the great thing about mono glue, is it will move until you have it right in the position you want. Okay, and then we're going to glue this right over the top, and you want to cover up your Whisper White, and so you're going to see that Flirty Flamingo on both sides. So we're going to go ahead and glue this down now. Okay, and then back, oh no, we're not done with glue. We need to keep glue out because we still have to put our inside liner in, but we're going to put our flowers on first. So you're going to want to make sure, so we have 2 white flowers, but one of those white flowers has yellow. I don't know if my camera will pick it up here. Let's try. Okay, so this flower here is pretty much all white with the yellow center, and then this flower, I hope you can see those yellow lines on off to the sides there. So we want to keep those separate. Does it really matter? No, but if you want to case my card exactly like I have it, that will come into play. So what I'm doing is putting mini dimensional in the center of every flower. And then we're going to come back and put another one closer to the leaves. And so you just try to kind of keep it in the center, in the middle there. That one's trying to get away from me. Okay. Alright, and then you peel off all your dimensional backings. Okay, so just for placing purposes, our top 3 cluster of flowers is going to be the Flirty Flamingo flower, which is this one, and then I'm trying to move, Calypso Coral, and then the white flower that has the yellow is going to be over here in this cluster of 3. Okay. The rest of our dimensionals, I think I took them off of this one. Nope. Okay, one more. We're doing pretty good with these videos, guys. I'm trying to keep each one to 30 minutes or less. I know last month a lot of our projects ran long because they were a little bit more involved projects. And the videos will be longer if I go through step by step with you guys on how to make the card. Okay, so now you want to make sure you separate your flowers. So the white flower without the yellow is going to go down here on the bottom. And I did the lighter leaf because it's up against this old olive green. I didn't want them to wash each other out. So I'm just going to put that in that bottom corner there. And then over here we're going to start with our Calypso Coral. And the leaves are going to be facing downward. Make sure you don't go out over the edge of your card. And then the next one is going to be the Flirty Flamingo. And then our white flower with the yellow, and the leaves are going to be facing up. And there we go. And that is the front of our card. And then we're going to put our liner on the inside. And it doesn't matter if you want your flower in the top left corner or the bottom right corner, whatever your personal preference is. Okay, mine I want in the bottom corner, and then you just glue that down. And then remember, I'll border all the way around. You guys are going to be well seasoned. You're going to know in the videos at which point I'm going to say, oh yeah, leave your border all the way around. Okay, and there we have it. And there is our I'm so grateful for all you do. What a great way, a small way to let somebody know, hey, I appreciate you, I appreciate all you do. And it's just that token of appreciation. We all could use that, right? It's just nice to hear somebody say, or in this case, somebody to see on a card. Okay, oh, well, we are just rolling today. And so this is our 3rd project for April. And just a reminder, this DSP is retiring and on its way out, and while supplies last. So if anybody has any questions about this project or any of the supplies, please let me know. And we're going to be doing video number 4, and at the end of that video will be the prize drawing and giveaway. I'm giving 4 prizes away for April. In May I'm going to be doing things centered around the new catalog. So I'm in the planning phase of that. Okay, well, thank you so much for crafting with me today, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.